Hello ladies and gentlemen, Andrea here. This is all you will need, especially this, if you want to make deviled eggs with the Hayward Gourmet flavoring. I use a tiny bit of our sour cream and onion seasoning, and it highlights the flavor in the deviled eggs just enough. And then of course I use garlic powder, mayo, you can use whatever brand you want. Right now I have Kraft. And then I have Kroger's brand mustard, and then a pinch of oregano. That is all that I put in my deviled eggs. And then I have my eggs over here that I still have to peel. I'm cooling them down. My ice has melted. They're actually cool to the touch now, so I can actually start peeling them. So once I peel them, and I will show you how I do this. Okay, now I have my eggs peeled. I'm going to take them one by one and slice them on the plate. I'll be back after I do that. Okay, now that the eggs are all sliced up, you can see my bowl. I've angled my phone just right so you can see my bowl. I'm just going to mash up the yolks. A lot of people wait to do this until you have everything in there. I like to mash them up a little bit beforehand. So I'm just going to mash up my yolks. Hi, Boo.
That's one way to do it.
Yep. I have you sitting on my sugar container. So, I'm not going to go all out and mash them up completely individually small. Now I'm going to take my spoon, which I've kind of hidden from me, and I just use one of these spoons. It's one of the long plastic spoons. And I'm going to grab my mayo. I normally do about 2 scoops of this. Sometimes a little bit more, and they're not actually, they're like heaping scoops. They're not like flat in the spoon. Just to make sure that we make enough. I'm going to do a tiny bit more, because I don't like how much is there. There we go. And then I'll use my fork a little bit and scrape my spoon. Oh, it's not going to work too well with this one. But that'll work. And then I'm going to take some of my oregano and just do a dab of oregano. And now, time for the Hayward sour cream and onion seasoning. I'm going to actually open it completely, and then I'm going to do my measuring spoon right here, a ½ teaspoon of the sour cream and onion. And I don't necessarily scoop it and make it flat. You see, I don't scoop it and make it flat, but then I'm just going to dump that in there. Now for the garlic, I use 1 teaspoon of garlic. So I'm going to get my garlic, and I'm going to do the same thing. So there's my garlic, and we're just going to dump that in. And then, of course, for the mustard. The mustard I just squirt out of the container and eyeball it. Because mustard is normally to taste. And since I'm not the one eating it, I don't do very much mustard. That's maybe a teaspoon of mustard. And then I'm just going to mix it all together. And make sure everything's incorporated. And then, as I'm doing it, I'm going to smash up my yolks a little bit more. And that's it. That's how I make the inside for my deviled eggs. And you just kind of smash them up a little bit more, and that's going to be more than enough for all my eggs. And I only cooked up maybe 8 eggs, so it's not very many, but enough for us, because I don't really eat them, but I know now by taste that this is going to be extremely flavorful and good. And that is how you would use the Hayward sour cream and onion to make your deviled eggs. Now I'm going to do this the messy way and fill those with the fork that I have. Actually, I'll probably switch to a spoon, and then I will come back and show you once they are filled. Now, as you can see, here's the finished product, and I have been able to make and fill them plumb full. And they are more than flavorful enough. Delicious, perfect deviled eggs with the Hayward Gourmet sour cream and onion seasoning. Yum!